Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of Ray's Sports News and Debates. Okay, the day has arrived. The NFL is back, guys. We're going to be going over our Week 1 NFL predictions, including tonight's game between the Lions and the Chiefs. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Thursday night, we're going to have the Detroit Lions traveling to Kansas City. Travis Kelce hyperextended his knee. If I'm the Chiefs, even if he's ready to go, I'm sitting him out a week. I'm not testing anything. I'm not, it's 1 week. Well, they're going to need him long-term in the season rather than this game, okay? So I don't think Kelce is playing. I think it would be smart for him and that team to decide for him not to play, but that's their decision, not mine. Without Kelce, I think the Lions pull this out. I think they pull the first upset of the year. I like Kansas City. I like their running back. He was great last year. I like Mahomes, but Goff with that high-powered offense, it's going to come down to which team is going to get more stops. And I just have a little tiny more faith in Detroit's offense outside of the quarterback position than I do the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs have Mahomes, and Mahomes is a 2-time Super Bowl, MVP and champion, so it could go either way, but I'm going to say Detroit. Okay, next game, and I think what could be one of the better games of the week, you got Carolina with Bryce Young's first NFL start going to Atlanta in Bijan Robinson's first home game. Now, with the Panthers actually had a very, very solid offseason. They got Adam Thielen to come over. Miles Sanders is their starting back right now. I think the run game is going to put the pressure off of Bryce Young. I think Bijan's going to have a field day trying to get through that Carolina defense. I think he's going to have a good debut. Unfortunately, I'm going to choose Carolina here. I think Carolina has the better overall team offensively and defensively. And it's a second-year quarterback who's had 5 starts against Bryce Young, who's had, 0 starts in the NFL. But we're going to go Carolina. Next game, we're going to have Cincinnati traveling to Cleveland. And a lot of people see this as a trap game. I don't think that's the case at all. I think this is going to be a shootout. And what team do I have more faith in terms of offense? It's the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. I think they still have the best wide receiver trio outside of the Cowboys in the NFL. Jamar Chase is going to have a field day. I think Joe Mixon's going to run all over that defense. And unless Myles Garrett has a phenomenal game, that defense ain't stopping nobody. And then I still don't have faith in Deshaun Watson. He looked terrible last year, but he's had a full offseason, a full preseason with this team. But I'm going to go Cincinnati here. I think this one's kind of obvious. A lot of people are saying it's a divisional game. It'll be tough. And it'll be tough, but I think the Cincinnati's the better team here. Probably the easiest game to predict this week. Jacksonville traveling to the Colts, Indianapolis. This should be one of those tune-up games a Division I college school has, where they schedule some low-end Division II team or blah blah blah, and they just beat the brakes off of them. That's how this game should go. Okay. Now, depending on which Trevor Lawrence we see. If we see the first half against the Chargers in the playoffs, there's going to be a long day. But if we see the second half, Trevor Lawrence against the Chargers in this game, they're going to beat the brakes off of this team. Anthony Richardson, I still have questions in terms of his arm strength. I feel like they're going to be predominantly running. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor doesn't want to be there anymore, so they're trying to, see, like, hey, where can we send you, in terms of that. But Jacksonville, if my voice hadn't said it. I'm going to say Jacksonville wins this relatively easy. Um, Another sleeper game, Tampa Bay at Minnesota. Now, Minnesota lost a lot in the offseason offensively. You lose Adam Thielen, who is basically your backup wide receiver. You lose Dalvin Cook, who is your starting running back. And I have this gut feeling Baker is gonna pull something out of his butt to get us all talking about Baker again. Minnesota should win this game, but I'm gonna say Tampa Bay wins this game. I think it's gonna come down to offense versus defense, and I have faith in the Buccaneers defense a whole lot more than I have in Minnesota's defense. I think Baker will be decent, and Kurt's only gonna throw to one guy at this point, and that's Justin Jefferson. so I mean. I want Minnesota to win. I have this gut feeling Baker's gonna pull something out, but yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay. I'm locked in. Tampa Bay goes on the road to Minnesota and they win. San Francisco at Pittsburgh. Now this has the chance to be a really, really low scoring game. I'm talking like 17-16. I think both defenses are going to be duking it out. You have TJ Watt on one end. You have Nick Bosa, who just signed like a 5-year, $170 million extension, which is freaking crazy, by the way. But homeboy has earned it, so I'll give him props where props is due. Again, I think this comes down to which offense is going to be better. I think Kenny Pickett's in his second year as a full starter. He knows that offense. They've fine-tuned the offensive line and strengthened the defensive line. I think Najee Harris will have a solid day, and if Pittsburgh can limit McCaffrey, I think they have a shot here. But this is a coin flip. I'm gonna go another upset here. I still don't know the severity behind Brock Purdy's injury and if he's truly 100%. So I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. I think they win this game at home. Pittsburgh has always been a tough place to win. So I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Arizona at Washington. I'm gonna go Washington. I think this game's gonna be ugly. Arizona's tanking for Caleb Williams. So I'm gonna go Washington here. Texans at Baltimore in a game that I think is going to be a whole lot closer than what people are thinking. The Texans I think they've taken the right first step in terms of direction of a football team from a rebuilding standpoint. I think it'll be close. I do think Baltimore has too many weapons. I don't think they have anybody that can stop Lamar. So with that being said, I'm going to go Baltimore. Green Bay at Chicago. Jordan Love's, opening day, starter, versus Justin Fields' new offense. And I don't have a lot of faith in Jordan Love. I've seen a lot of him so far. Haven't been tremendously impressed. Maybe he could do something against that Bears defense. I don't know. I think we're going to find out really how this offense is going to run in Chicago against a very, very sturdy defense. I'm going to go Chicago wins this. I think Fields has a better offensive performance than Jordan Love does. And that Green Bay defense is only going to be able to hold them off for so long, chipping away with field goals and stuff like that. Jordan Love is going to have to prove that he can run this offense and they can put points up because that's the only way they're winning this game. So we're going to go Chicago. Next, we have the Raiders at the Broncos. Sean Payton's debut as the Broncos head coach and the start of Russell Wilson's redemption story. I think the Broncos win this one. I like Oakland's offense. You know, they still have Hunter Renfro. They have Devontae Adams. They have Josh Jacobs. Jimmy Garoppolo. As much as people crap on the guy, he's a winner. Now you can say, oh well, he was in San Francisco, blardy blardy blah blah blah. But in against great teams, Jimmy finds a way to win. I don't know how he does, but he does. But I don't think he pulls this one out. I think the Broncos defense is going to cause them fits. I think they're going to cause turnovers, which is going to lead to easy points for Russell Wilson. So I'm going Denver. Philly at New England. This one's tough because I have really been on the Eagles for losing a lot in terms of their defensive presence. And New England secretly had a pretty solid, offseason. A lot of people, they're in a stacked division. They're with the Dolphins, they're with the Jets, they're with the Bills. So everyone's picking them to finish last in the division, including myself. But I'm gonna say Philly pulls it out. I want to pick New England here. In terms of quarterback play, I believe in Jalen Hurts a whole lot more than I believe in Mac Jones. So I'm gonna go Philly. And this next game, I think, is game of the week. Miami Dolphins traveling to the Chargers. You have Tua versus Justin Herbert. I think this is going to be a slugfest. This is going to be high scoring. I think this ends up in the 30s for sure. I think 37-34, 38-37, something crazy like that. But I'm going to go Miami. I think what this game is going to come down to is whoever has the ball last. And I think Miami's going to get the ball last. They're going to drive the field, and they're going to win the game. I think Herbert and Tua are going to fill up a stat line that'll make you go, I'll be damned. But I'm gonna go Dolphins here. Next game, Rams at Seattle. I think Seattle wins this one relatively easy. The Rams are, fortunately, they're in that cap year, where it's like, they had to let Jalen Ramsey go. The only people that are really making money are Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford. But I believe in Geno. I think Geno had a great, breakout year last year, and well-deserved as many teams as he's played for. And he got a second chance to be a starter in this league. But I'm going to go Seattle. Next game, my Dallas Cowboys travel to New York to play the Giants. I think the Cowboys win this game. They swept the season series last year. I think it's going to be tougher this year, but I like what the Cowboys have done, like I said, offensively and defensively, in terms of the draft, in terms of them getting Brandon Cooks, them signing Stephon Gilmore to help strengthen that secondary with Trayvon Diggs. I think Saquon's going to have a tough field day trying to run on that Dallas defense. And I think Prescott shows that, hey, this could be, our year. So I'm going to go Dallas. And Monday Night Football, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to the New York Jets. And I'm going to go a little bit of an upset here. I'm going to go with the Jets here. No, I don't believe as much in Buffalo as I have in the previous couple of years. I like Aaron Rodgers in that quarterback spot for the Jets. He's going to have Dalvin Cook right now. He's going to get Breece Hall back in about 6 weeks. I like Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard out there. And this is Rodgers' team, and it's going to be, a statement saying like, hey, we're here. Okay? They don't run this division anymore. Okay? And I know it's only week 1. Anything can happen week 1, but, But I'm gonna go the New York Jets. I think this team. A lot of people are like, oh, it's overrated. and blah, blah, blah. But you think, last year, the Jets defensively were one of the best teams in all of football. And the only thing they were missing was a quarterback, a capable quarterback. Okay? Zach Wilson is not a credible quarterback. I don't even think he's a credible backup quarterback, personally. But they filled that spot. I think Garrett Wilson is going to have a field day with that secondary. But, yeah, that's going to be it for week 1 predictions, guys. Put your predictions in the comments below. Feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys, as we are on our way to 200 subscribers. And until next time, guys, have a good one.